Hello there. So, welcome to my website, or maybe you're listening to this on YouTube. This audio will help you make a decision on whether an LBL, a life between life session, is right for you. It will give you an understanding of what will happen during a session too. But firstly, I just want to say that I am a Michael Newton Institute fully certified life between lives facilitator. And that takes quite a lot of effort to actually achieve that. Michael Newton Institute has the highest standards, and it's a very extensive training. So only the very best therapists become certified. So you know you're in safe hands when you're with someone from the MNI, the Michael Newton Institute. So if you're on the verge of doing a life between life session, then you are clearly in tune with your soul, because your soul has been prodding you and prompting you to have this amazing life-changing experience. And it's often our conscious mind that keeps pulling us away and finding excuses not to do it. My soul guided me here about 25 years ago. However, my conscious mind was still too active and I wasn't quite ready for it, perhaps. And I found excuses not to do it, the time, the money, the energy. So I ended up training as a physiotherapist instead, which was a nice career, but it became a little bit dull for me. It wasn't fulfilling me. And eventually I bumped into an old friend who was telling me they had this amazing transformative experience. He just had a life between life session and he was really lit up and glowing. And I could see there was a change in him as well. And then he started telling me about he went to a past life. He then went to meet his spirit guide, met his soul family, his soulmate, got an understanding on why he chose the life that he's living. And he really was transformed. And something just clicked inside of me. And I knew this is what I have to do. I didn't know at that point I'd become a facilitator myself, but I kind of knew I've got to go and have this experience. Because it's all well and good reading these things in the books, watching videos, watching programs about spiritual developments, but you need to really go and experience it. And once I'd had my first LBL, it really blew my mind. And it does for many, many people, and it probably will for you. It took me a couple of weeks to really process what had happened. And what's great is you also get given a recording of the session, which can be invaluable. And I often listen to my recording once a year. It's about 3 hours long. And I find I get more and more nuances, more subtleties out from what happens. And I understand it on a deeper level each time. So after my LBL, I knew that I have an immortal soul, an eternal soul. And that really has been one of the most wonderful things that I got from life between life. Once you know that you're an eternal soul, your fears just start fading away. Yes, life can still be up and down and a bit scary at times, but once you know that you are eternal, it just takes the sting out of life and it puts a smile on my face. And I know that I get to do these things. I haven't got to do these things. I know that I chose most of what's going on in my life. Now we have free will, so not everything that happens is because we deemed it beforehand. But I understand my family dynamics so much better now. I understand why certain people in my family are difficult and other people are wonderful. So that's really a wonderful thing you'll take from the session, hopefully, that you're an eternal spirit. So, what actually happens during an LBL session? So it's normally 2 sessions. This is the way Michael Newton devised it. And it's normally the way it's done 95% of the time. Although we can adapt it to suit you. So the first session is about you getting used to being with me, about you going deep into hypnosis, about you being able to experience going to childhood, then the womb, and then we go to the past life. And then when we get to the past life, you can have some amazing experiences there. You can have amazing experiences in the womb as well. That can be wonderful for many people. Sometimes the womb, you get to understand what was going on with your parents. You get to understand why you chose to come into this life. But for some people, the womb is just okay. Others, it's their favorite bit. But that first session is really about you getting used to going into hypnosis and then having a past life and really experiencing a great experience there. And then normally a week or 2 later, we'll do the life between life session. And on that one, we will focus on getting you into spirit and then getting you around as many places as your soul wants to go. Because when we get to the spirit world, I will follow your soul. Your soul will start remembering. And then I can guide and nudge you around, but I will let your soul lead the way. Now, it's called life between life and beyond now. So I've been trained additionally because what's been happening over the last 5-10 years is when people get to spirit, many people now are not just going where Michael Newton wrote about in his books. There are many other places now because there's a new wave of consciousness that I'm probably part of and you might be part of too. And so when we get into the spirit world, we go beyond sometimes. There's many new places now. So we often go to your soul group. We often go to the council of elders, the life selection, where you look over the different lives. We often go to the library where you can see all your different past lives. But there's other places, other planets, other dimensions that we may go to. Places where you may create and use energy. There's healing places, recreation places, and many other places now. So your soul will know where they want to go, and the whole spiritual realm is open for your soul. And we will go wherever is right for you. The conscious mind likes to say, I want to go here, I want to go there. But it's your soul that knows where to go. The mind thinks, the heart feels, and the soul knows, they say. And you'll have a recording of the session too. So you'll be able to use that and go over it. And it's normally good to wait a couple of weeks before you look over the recording. So sometimes people talk about the price and the cost for these sessions. So if you find that it's a little bit out of your budget at this moment, but you really want to go ahead with an LBL, then please just let me know and we will work something out that's right for you. I'll do some kind of discount, or we'll work out some way of getting you that LBL session now. So don't let the price put you off. So, as well as being an LBL facilitator, I'm also a clinical hypnotherapist, and I see clients every day for clinical hypnosis and past lives and LBL. I see people for many different things, such as traumas, PTSD, anxiety, depression, stop smoking, weight loss, everything I see people for. So during your LBL and your past life, whatever comes up, we are fully equipped to deal with. Now, for some people, This is just a spiritual experience, a spiritual journey. And when I had my first LBL, it was nothing to do with healing or resolving any of my issues. I just wanted to know what my soul's purpose was. And that's wonderful. And many clients are like that. And many sessions are just full of wonderful positivity. But sometimes along the session, along the way, opportunities come up for you to heal emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and even physically. So we can discuss this beforehand. And we always do it in such a way that is right for you, where you don't have to go through anything again. You can look at it from the spiritual world, look over past lives and let go of fears and anxieties that come from previous lives. You can look over things from your childhood, from the spirit world, with your spirit guide with you, and just let go of anything from your childhood. It's a really wonderful way of healing yourself in a very, very safe and supportive manner too. But many people, like myself, when I first had an LBL, it was literally just for the spiritual journey. And then it wasn't until probably I started training that I used the LBLs to get some real healing done. So I'm also a clinical hypnotherapist. I'm also trained in acupuncture, EMDR, Reiki, and emotional freedom techniques. So for the last 30 years, I've been helping people heal and grow in one way or another. And I will be honored to help you because I truly feel that I am fulfilling my life's purpose by being here as an LBL facilitator, helping you. So it would be an honor to facilitate your session. So, if there's anything you're questioning or unsure about, then please feel free to contact me. And I'll go through, when you book up, more in depth about hypnosis, letting you know that everyone can go into hypnosis. And if you are one of those people who has a more active mind, there's many techniques that I will use to help you calm your mind. And also, when we had these past lives and LBL sessions, it's not like you're knocked out like a zombie. Your soul memories are all there inside of you now. And there are many ways of connecting. So hypnosis is something that everyone can go into. We go into it naturally. But we'll go through more about what hypnosis is and what it isn't once you've booked in. But just know that everyone can experience an LBL session. And when you're ready to book, you can either email me, contact me, phone me. But don't make the mistake that I did and wait 10 years until you do it. My mantra has been to follow my bliss. That's a phrase from Joseph Campbell, who studied mankind. And that phrase, to follow your bliss, means to do what your heart says, what you love doing. And when you follow your bliss, then the doors will open and you'll find the path that you're meant to be on. That's one of the tricks to life. And that's what I've done. I've just followed what my heart says, follow my bliss, and it's led me here. And hopefully, by following your bliss, it will lead you to me, and then you'll have an amazing life between life session. So I look forward to hearing from you. And don't put it off for 10 years like I did. And honestly, it really is a wonderful, magical experience. I can't talk highly enough of it. So look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Take care.